Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, strap in. We are about to embark on a snapshot world and talk about everything that has been added since 25W02A all the way to 25W05A. I was going to make a video for the original, and I kind of just ran out of time before the next snapshot hit, so I was like, I'll just wait and do it like a full-on snapshot when they add some other big stuff. And boy, have they. So if you've been living under a rock, this is going to let you know all of the big things that have taken place in the snapshots from the start of this year to now. Right off the rip, you can see we're here in a forest biome, and we have this right here. This is called leaf litter. Now, this is just like the pink petals from the cherry grove, and you can place up to 4 of them in a single block, which makes for fun patterns, although these are a little harder to make patterns with, in my opinion, but they don't have quite the same flow as the petals. But that is the first thing on the list, and boy, does it have a nice sound. Love that. It's like walking through crunchy leaves, which, I mean, it is. Another thing you may have noticed, these now have their own particles, and that goes for every single leaf block in the game. Now, I was worried, and some of the other people I was talking to were also worried that it might get a little distracting or overwhelming in a really heavily canopied area, but just kind of running through here, it really doesn't seem like it's going to be too intrusive, because I don't think they actually start falling until you get relatively close. So I think they have kind of nailed this one. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, next thing, let's see where we can go here. Interesting world seed, by the way. Let's go ahead and hop right over here. So we're all familiar with the regular piggy. Let's grab a spawn egg. Cute, pink, wonderful. Now, they have added 2 new variants. So if we come over here to the jungle and we place or do a spawn egg, we get the warm variant of the pig. This is amazing. I love it. It's great. Now, that's not all, because they've also done the cow. Are you ready for this? This is, oh, I love this one. Boom. It's like a longhorn. It's so cool. Oh, and there's its temperate counterpart. So these are going to be called, that's going to be the temperate cow. These are the, hold on, let me double check. Okay, so basically it is the warm variant. Then we have the temperate variants. And then if we go, I think we can even go right up here. This should be, well, this is Stony Peaks. I don't think this is in the biomes. Okay. Let me just run a quick command. Okay, biome, we'll go taiga. Oopsie, I can spell. Taiga. All right, perfect. Let's go. Now, if we go down here into the taiga, we have the cold pig. Oh, the cold pig is great. Love it so much. And the baby cold pig. Oh, so cute. I love it so much. Okay, now we have the cold variant of the cow. It's a shaggy, it almost looks like they based it off a Highland cow, which I think is a complete win. I love these so much. I love the horns. My only complaint with both the cow, the cold variant and the hot variant, is I wish the babies would be born without horns. I mean, they did it with the goat. Let's grab a goat here. Adults have horns, babies do not. Like, I think that's a perfect way to do it. But they did not do it with the cows. And I'm wondering if that's because if they did it with the cold and warm variants, then the temperate variant might, and people might want to change that too. And I don't think they want to change the classic cow variants. So that is the pig and the cow variants covered. Next thing to look at, we just hop right over here into the birch forest. It's going to be in the birch forest and the old growth birch forest. We have the wildflower. Now this is exactly like the leaf litter and the pink petals, where you can place up to 4 in a single block. And again, you can make some pretty awesome designs with this one. I think this one has the most potential of the 2 that they added, because it hang on, I can do this. Maybe I forget all my patterns that I came up with, but like it makes fun patterns. Yeah, you kind of get the gist of it though. I think these are great. Now you can use bone meal on these. If we just grab some bone meal right quick, and what that's going to do is it's going to fill in the block if you have less than 4. But once you hit 4, each bone meal after that will give you 1, just like the pink petals, and it's great. Back to the leaf litter, I forgot to mention, you cannot bone meal it. Instead, what you're going to have to do to get more of this stuff is actually put leaf blocks, silk touch, or use shears on leaf blocks and put them in a furnace and basically dry them out, and that will get you leaf litter. So if we threw that in a furnace with some coal or sticks or something, then we'd get some leaf litter. All right, next thing I want to take a look at, which oddly enough is just right over here, is the pale garden. So they've changed this a little bit. The pale garden is now going to occupy a larger area. People were finding lots of little bitty tiny ones, and it was just not really very conducive to pale gardeniness. Wow, can we just appreciate how kind of epic this seed is? Like, that's pretty cool. Anyways, and with that change, they also... Okay, so they're not just bigger, they're occupying more of the space that was previously occupied by the dark oak, which is why they made it so mansions can also generate within the pale garden. So that is the change they made there. The leaf litter, I forgot to mention as well. I'm all over the place on this. The leaf litter can be found in forests, dark forests, and wooded badlands. Going back to the piggy variants as well, and goes for the cows as well. The warm pigs and cows can be found in the savanna, plateaus, and windswept variants. The jungles, the sparse jungles, the bamboo jungles, the badlands, the wooded badlands, and the eroded badlands. The cold pigs can be found in old growth pine and spruce taigas, snowy taigas, windswept gravelly hills, windswept hills, and windswept forests. The temperate versions can be found in all the normal biomes other than what I just read. Okay, a couple minor changes. Not necessarily minor, but a couple good changes. If we go ahead, I guess I could just place it in one of these guys. Good. In the right orientation, perhaps. They have added a dormant state to the Creaking Heart. So that's the non-active, that is the dormant, and if I actually set it to nighttime, that is the active. Now, this is where our name tag and anvil come in. Something like Sally, because Sally's a good strong name. So if I go ahead and come over here and name tag Sally, normally before when it turned day, he would just go bust, but now we're going to times that day, and he is going to persist. He will still give off particles to his heart, but during the day, it will not generate resin. So the resin generators will still be active only at night. However, this makes getting them set up and permanently set up so much easier. So that's a big win in my book. One little, I guess, kind of nerf to gold farms. They are making it where piglins, zombified piglins, I should say, will no longer drop any of their goodies if they are not directly killed by the player. So if they are angry at you and they fall and drop and die, previously that would give you all the player loot, but now that's no longer the case. So you actually have to go ahead and hit them. So a little bit of a nerf to gold farms, but you know, all in all, I think that's fine. There's easy ways to get gold still. So no worries in my book. One other thing that they have changed is, whoopsie, lodestone. Here we go. The lodestone. So previously, if we come over here to functional blocks and grab myself a crafting table, because that's how this works. The lodestone is now crafted with an iron ingot instead of a netherite ingot. And these things will also now be found in ruined nether portal chests. And they're trying to make it easier for players to use them for either for decoration or for, you know, actual use as a lodestone, just earlier game, because let's be honest, these things are so expensive that I don't think I have ever actually crafted one except maybe once. And that was a long time ago. And that was just because it was new and I wanted to do it. And speaking of iron, let's go over here and grab some blocks of iron. They have changed the sounds as well as the sound of walking on them. Goes for the iron bars, doors. Oh, I can't place it there. And trapdoors. One other kind of minor tweak that they have done, which I don't know why they haven't done this sooner. The narrator, if we come over here to options and sounds, the narrator is now going to be controlled by your voice/speech volume. If we come here and put that all the way up to 100, and then come over here to our accessibilities and turn the narrator on. Nope, that's the hotkey. We turn the narrator on.
Narrator narrates all.
Then
Options.
We come over here.
Accessibility settings,
Sound.
music and sound options. Use mouse cursor or
Turns
tab
to
button
2%.
to select element. Options. Music and sound options. Screen element 1 out of 2. Voice/speech 2% slider.
It's fantastic. I don't know why it has taken them so long to give the narrator his own volume, but
narrator off.
There it is. I know some people that use this personally, use the narrator that is, and this is going to be such a nice feature for them. All right, let's actually hop down over here to our anvil right quick, and we're going to grab a saddle. Oopsie, if I can actually grab it. So previously, if you renamed a saddle, which we're going to name this one, we'll go Susan, because we already had Sally. And let's find ourselves a pig. Why not? We're over here by the old growth. We get a cold piggy. We'll put a saddle on that sucker. Now, previously, if we saddled a pig or a strider with a named saddle, and we went ahead and sorry, piggy. killed that pig, previously the saddle would get renamed to its default, and now it actually maintains its NBT data, so including its name, which I'm not exactly sure. Like, I don't know how many people rename their saddles, but if you do, great. If you don't, doesn't really matter. So, moving on. Now, we had seen this next thing I'm going to talk about a little bit already, but I don't think I noticed right away. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't have, but we were right here by these. And this is a brand new vegetation called a bush. So this is just kind of an ambient thing. And these can be found in the plains, the windswept hills, the windswept gravelly hills, and the windswept forests, as well as the river, frozen river forests, birch, and old growth birch forests. Now, these are, whoopsie, purely aesthetic. You can bone meal them and they will spread to an open block beside them. If there's no open block, it does nothing. Let's grab a pot. I don't think these probably can be put in pots. No, they cannot. Just slightly unfortunate. I wish we had a few more things that we could put in pots. But to get these in survival, you simply use your shears on them. If you break them with your fist... Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. I swear I tried this before and I had to use shears, but I don't think I actually tried punching him. I punched him in creative and nothing dropped, and I'm dumb. Okay. No need for you. Goodbye, shears. We can just punch these suckers. Perfect. Okay. All right. Last, but most certainly not least, I think this next thing is probably my favorite thing that they have added to date. I am so excited about this one. You can't even believe it. So we saw some. I don't know if anyone noticed, but right over here, there was some right over there. These are firefly bushes. These are so cool. I love them so much. These will be able to be found near rivers and in swamps. So anywhere there's a river, these things will just kind of be sparsely, like, tucked away on the shoreline. Not very common, but they'll be able to be found there. Ooh, ruined portal. Let's check, see if we find a lodestone. Ah, lodestone. I was not proven wrong this time. Why are you so loud? Anyways, the firefly bush. Let me just create a quick platform here. So the firefly bush. This thing emits a light level of 2. We come over here to our F3 screen. You can see when we stand right in it, we have a block light of 2. So these are preventing mob spawns in a 3x3 area around them, which in of itself is kind of nice. We have another low light way to mob spawn and a very fashionable mob spawning way as well. The sun is going down, but let's go ahead and speed that up. We're gonna go time, set, night. At night is where these really start to shine. You can see immediately we start getting these little particles around it. And I'm in love. I am in love with this. Okay, so that's how many particles one has. But what if we say place a whole bunch? Well, the particles just get more and more and more. And it's amazing. And best of all, create another platform above. Particles will be on top of the ground. So you could have these just tucked under the ground in your world. Like, well, I can't place it on that. Have these placed around your world. Have little firefly particles seemingly out of nothing. And I am all for it. Oopsie. Oopsie. Let's go ahead and throw like 4 down there. Like, it's so beautiful. And the bush itself is amazing. And if we grab some bone meal, once we get a hold of one of these, it is so simple. We just bone meal it to get as many as we want. These have no use for like dyes or anything. Ooh. I wonder. Please, 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 please be able to be put in a pot. Cross your fingers. No! No! I want it in a pot. You don't know how hard I'm right-clicking right now. It's unbelievable. Okay. So, we can't put these in a pot yet, hopefully. But these things are amazing. I love them so much. They didn't want to add the particles into the swamp, the firefly particles. So they did a workaround. They knew how much the community wanted these things. And oh, did they deliver? I am perfectly happy with this alternative. Like, these are maybe not in that big a group, but oh, it's great. I love them. I love them so much. And then during the day, the particles go away. But you still have really awesome plants. These are going to be fantastic for decorating. I really hope they add the ability to put them into pots. That would just make it even better. We're sailing along. We see these little blinky things. And all the little particles start to appear. All the little particles start to appear. I don't know what the distance you have to be away from these is. Or maybe it just hadn't been night long enough. I don't know. But yeah, it's so good. So good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and quickly go to survival. Can we just punch these? Yes, we can. That's amazing. I was afraid they would have to be sheared, but like the bush, they can just be punched. So that is awesome. Hello. Go away. Trying to do a video here, man. Leave me alone. Get in the boat with me. Let's go sailing. Let's go, Foxy friend. Anyways, so that's gonna do it for me on this episode. I hope you all have enjoyed the look at the snapshots 25W02A through 25W05A. Oh my, driving this way is hard. Oh, I ran ashore. Skeleton. Anyways, if you did enjoy the episode and are excited about the new features they're adding, hit that like button because it helps out a lot, and comment what is your favorite feature that they've added so far. Is it the adorable piggies or the new cow variants, or is it something else entirely? Are you more excited about the technical changes that are coming that are going to allow, you know, mod makers and map makers to make more interesting mods and stuff? Maybe it's the leaf litter, maybe it's the wildflowers. I don't know. Let me know. Me, it's gotta be the firefly bush. Like, these things are just, they're perfect. Ouch, that hurt. How you hit my boat? They're perfect. I tell you, perfect. Only thing that would make them more perfect, as of right now, is if they could be put into pots. But with that being said, hopefully they will add that. And hopefully you have enjoyed the video. So that's it for me. Until next time, take care, everybody. Goodbye.